This all started with this man behind me. His name is Ron Zaleski, and for decades, Ron described himself as a very angry Vietnam veteran. He actually went through years without wearing shoes as a kind of personal protest for what he'd seen happen to his friends and to himself when they were enlisted and right after they left the military. And he turned this personal protest into a public statement and cause to change the way vets transition back into civilian life. Thousands of miles through the Appalachian Mountains and across the United States. Ron Zaleski has walked like this, barefoot and with a sign, drawing attention from passersby to remind them of the sacrifices veterans make when they get into the service.
We're angry because we were told one thing and we're young and naive, and we go in and we see that's not the way it is. So we're angry when we get out because we feel we've been betrayed and lied to.
Ron's anger began when he was just about to leave the Marine Corps during the Vietnam era. That's when he ran into an old squadron member.
And I said, "What happened?" He said, "We all got shot and 2 died." So at that instant, I kind of died inside.
That made Ron ditch his shoes and eventually pick up a sign and push for a cause. The sign reminding people that 18 veterans killed themselves a day across the nation due to feelings of isolation and hopelessness. His cause, a mentorship program that helps vets and their families transition from military to civilian life.
Your sense of purpose is gone. You go from someone who has a place in an organization of somewhat importance to now you're just another guy walking down the street and nobody cares.
Vets who have been through the program now help others like them. That's the case for John Weiss, who served in the Marine Corps and lives in Palm Beach Gardens.
When it comes to being in the military, having been in combat, to talk to someone else who's had that experience, there's a better connection, there's greater empathy.
The program lets vets and their families talk about what they're going through and encourages them to reflect on things like what they're thankful for. Ron admits if he had the program like this back in the 70s, his life could have been completely different.
I probably would have never got divorced. I would have never did the damage I did to my children. I wouldn't have alienated everybody around me. I wouldn't have been just a mean guy.
Which is what pushes him and other mentors forward on their mission.
Just knowing it's out there, knowing that I'm not at my rope's end, that I have another option, that alone has value.
We have a link to the Long Walk Home's website for you to get involved on CBS12.com, and they're always looking for mentors or donations to help keep this program going.